Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this new tutorial. I feel like I haven't done one in a hot minute, and I wanted to start this new month of June 2022 by using the new Morphe palettes. Yes, these are brand new. These are limited edition for the month of June because it is Pride month. This is the 9 and Love Shines, and you basically have 9 shimmery eyeshadows, which is awesome. And then you have the 9Q Love Matters. This is going to be more of the matte, except for the one in the middle right here. It's a nice shimmery, and I actually have it right on the inner corner and kind of on the bridge of my nose as well, just for a little highlight. I am super excited for this look. I wanted just to go a little bit more extra. I just was very inspired by the colors. Also, not for nothing, this look I did recreate it back in 2019, and I always wanted to make a video, so I said what better than doing it now. Use some brand new palettes. I hope you guys love and enjoy this tutorial. Leave me all the comments down below. I'd love to know what's your favorite palette from these two.
All right, let's get to playing with these eyeshadows. I'm starting with the Lisa Frank palettes, and I'm using the Makeup by Ariel brush A11 with a Morphe collaboration. It's a nice fluffy blending brush, and I use this bone shade just to apply it all over the lid. Alright, let's play with a little pink eyeshadow. This is called Rainbow Chaser. I'm using the same brush and I'm applying it on the inner part of my eye, flicking it towards my eyebrows, and then I realized, God, where's my translucent powder? I'm using the Dragon Beauty, and the reason why I'm applying it on the under eye is just because I want to make sure there's no eyeshadow fallout. I'm gonna continue with the same pink eyeshadow, and I'm gonna start bringing it all over my crease, circular motions, light pressure, and I'm going to build this color because I am still using the fluffy blending brush. I want a nice wash of color, but at the same time towards the end of my eye I'm flicking it towards the outer part just to give you more of that blown out look. Alright, next we're gonna move on to another shade. This one is called Puppy Love. It's a hot neon matte fuchsia shade. I don't know if I said it right or wrong, but yes, we're moving on to also another brush. This is the A20. It's a crease fluffy blending brush, and that's exactly where I'm applying the shade right now. And I'm gonna build it until I'm happy with it. I really want a nice grading effect from dark to light. Alright, and finally we're moving into the brand new Morphe palette. This is the 9Q, and I'm picking the shade that's called Spirit. It's a purple matte, and I'm applying it on the outer corner of my eye. I just really want to make sure I pack it in, and halfway to the lid I am kind of blending back and forth so we have a nice grading effect. Alright, we're gonna continue using the shade Spirit. However, I did change the brush. This is the A20, which is that crease blending brush, and that's exactly what I do. I picked up a little bit of the color, but I just want to make sure that my crease looks seamless between the crease and the lid, and I'm doing little circular motions. And when I flipped my magnifier to regular mirror, I was like, ooh, okay. Now we're gonna move on to the 9N palette. These are all shimmers, and I'm picking on this beautiful purple shimmer. It's called Soul Power, and I'm using the other side of the flat shader brush, and I'm applying it right on the inner corner of my eye. The next shade is called True Beauty. It's an absolutely stunning color. That shimmer was everything. You guys can see it on my face. I'm using a flat shaded brush, and I'm just packing it in. I'm basically almost doing a cut crease with the shimmer. Gorgeous. I'm going to intensify that purple matte shade. It's called Spirit, and I'm going to apply it again, actually reapplied it again on the outer corner of my eye because I lost it a little bit, so I'm just going to go back a little bit more. I'm going to intensify that beautiful white shimmer that I applied before, and I like to do a little setting spray on my brush and reapply it on the same area. And just in case, I like to go back with a crease blending brush. Just make sure there are no hard edges. We're going to continue with a little pop of color on my lower lash line, and I'm going to be using the Morphe 9M pencil, and I'm going to use it as a base because I'm going to apply some eyeshadow on top of that. Now it's time to remove all the translucent powder, and I'm using the A11 Makeup by Ariel brush. This brush is everything. Please don't underestimate this brush. Going back with that purple matte shade, I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line with the small detail brush. I'm gonna go back with the same pink matte shade and I'm gonna apply it right on top of the purple shade just to give a nice smoke out lower lash line. Alright, now it's time to add a little something on the waterline. This is the M2 gel liners. It's a nude color, and then I'm gonna go right ahead and start doing my wing liner with the Morphe Make It Big liquid liner, which I'm gonna end up doing off behind scenes, if you know what I mean. Eye look is done, and I wanted to wrap it up with this faux mink lashes by Dragon Lash. These are gorgeous, and now we're gonna move on to the fun stuff, which is gonna be this mesh panties that I have for quite a long time, and my head is so big. As you guys can see, I am struggling to say the least. And my nose, I mean my mouth, it looked crazy. So tell me why I did this with the lashes on. So I made little holes, a little dents by my eyes. If you're gonna do something like that, don't pull your lashes, just learn from me, because this is a Mariela moment. But I want you to learn from me, from my mistakes. I look crazy, but there you go. I'm picking up this purple shade because I want to chisel those cheekbones, so I'm packing it in. That's my little technique. Pack, 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 pack until I'm happy with that pigmentation. Right on top of the purple, I'm going to add a Serenity. It's a matte blue shade, and again, same technique, pack, pack, pack. Gonna go back with the Lisa Frank palette, and I'm mixing these two light blue shades, and I'm applying it right on the blue one, and again, packing motions. Going back to the 9Q palette, I'm using this shade that is called Fluidity. It's a tie-dye shimmery, beautiful color that I'm literally using as a face highlighter. Now it's time to move on to my big forehead right here, and we're gonna move on to this matte red that's called Life, and this is from the 9Q palette, and I'm just gonna pack it in again till I'm happy with, you know what I'm gonna say, pigmentation. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the orange shade that is called Healing, and Lord, do I need some healing. I'm gonna apply it right under the red shade, again, pack emotions. I sound like a broken record, but you know what I'm talking about. Now we're gonna move on to the matte yellow that's called Sun, and I'm gonna do tapping motions again, but I want to make sure that I do blend it with the orange so it looks nice and seamless, like a nice little gradient moment. You know I've said this before, but yes. I'm gonna move on to my chin and have the same grading effect. However, I know I'm using green here. I didn't really like the outcome, so instead I switched it to orange and yellow. This is the moment of truth. We're going to reveal what this is going to look like, and oh my god, I feel so relieved. I was like, wow, I'm so hot, but yes. Now it's time to move on to the lips, and I still want a pop of color, so I went ahead and I used Jacqueline Cosmetics. It's called I'm In It. This is a nice bright color that I'm here for it. Following the same technique using the fishnet tights, this time I'm using it on my arms. I use both my fingers and also brushes, using the colors green and yellow just to give me that nice little effect. Couldn't resist to a plumping clear gloss, and this is the Morphe Make It Big in the clear.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys love and enjoy this look. Let me know down below what is your favorite palette. Until the next time, I will be seeing you on my next video. Besitos. Bye.